I feel like it's hard in this realm. I think like you have struggles as a rapper, which we're gonna try. I'm gonna try and touch base on. It's just a few. But I think that in a comedy and podcast, I'm better here than I am on stage. On stage, I'll risk a joke real quick. I'll risk talking about gay shit, talking about my brothers, crackers, referencing white people to all sorts of crazy stuff. I'll talk about gynecologist visits to all sorts of. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
And my mind just goes wherever. I don't care, midget, faggot, don't matter. And on here, I understand that it's different, and I ain't seeing. I've enjoyed the conversations I've had. Unexpected. A lot of them have turned out because I just try to put the work in and like be as prepared as I can.
Yeah.
And I think that does play a big role. I think it's the right notes matter in important times, and you got to continue to like work to find the right.
You got to
notes,
do that though.
right? Yeah. Like the right shortcuts, the right mishaps, the right way to market yourself as a rapper, the right way to call a person for the right show that's gonna get you the right opportunity, or you know what I'm saying, or get you the right work with the right person to put that feature up you've been wanting to put together.
For sure.
It's all about relationships, I feel like, and you guys, DJ Gizmo, Kemonie, Adam 21. 25, not Adam. Scott, Adam 25.
Scott.
Adam Gay.
Yeah, that's
shout out
Scott
to you
right
for
there.
coming through. I appreciate you, sir. You've been there for Light the Stage.
Yep.
And another event, too, he was there for us as well. You brought the camera guys through.
Yeah.
So I've seen you twice. You take jokes well.
Thank you.
I appreciate you coming through as well and hanging out with us. So I'm just going to start with these guys. This is just some cool. I just want to know what y'all. I bop with it, though. I ain't going to.
All right, let me see.
Walk it like I talk it, walk it like I talk it. Take my shoes and walk a mile, something you can't do. Big talks to the town, big boy gang moves. I like to walk around with my chain loose. She just bought a new ass, we got the same boobs. Whipping up dope, scientists in the dope. Whipping up. That's my sauce, where you find it? That's my sauce, where you find it?
What y'all think?
I would have scrolled past it.
You would have?
Yeah, I would have.
For sure. It's giving like a 1950 vibe. You know what I'm saying? If it would have came out of 1950 or something like that, 49. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's an interesting mix.
Yeah, it's interesting.
It's
though.
kind of
Yeah.
hard
For
though.
sure.
I think
Yeah,
I have a
it's
couple
slick.
more of them here, and they have a. At first, I thought it was like AI, right? At first, but then I saw it was a real pair of dudes.
Okay.
They really taking like trap songs and like still like riding the song, but still making it their trap song. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they ain't stealing the words or like the story. They're making their own story. They're making their own narrative on the beat. They're just like, it's interesting.
Let me see another one.
Well, all right, hold on a second. Hold on. Let me see if it's right here. Let's see. This is the thing. All right, so let's go. What's their name? Do up D.
No, not another one of them. Well,
Well,
yeah.
Another video. Cool. We do
Yeah,
another
yeah.
video. I ain't about to search for them.
I'm
All right,
invested
yeah.
So
now.
this is phenomenal love and rap. I feel like that's what I take from it. And this is a wife and her husband, I think.
Okay.
All right, let me wrap the story real quick though. Even though he's sitting right here with this comment saying, hey, I would choose you, baby. I done had your babies. I done flew the coop. I done brought you favor, but you didn't double down. We've been through some labor. We done gave birth to a love that shows some patience. I didn't see your kindness. Leave the angry blinded. I didn't see your meekness.
Yeah, she dope.
Cut through on the deepest
Hey.
level of my heart and then super glue some pieces. You didn't cleanse your blind, boy. You deserve a thesis. Dissertation.
You want some?
I don't like the few of her videos, man, cause she could spit. You can put me a little song on. Look, put me a little song.
I'm real invested right now.
That's cool. Thank you for the hospitality.
Put the drink on the ground. Yeah. if I do say something, they could come after. That's what that's about. When it's freedom was like, I would hold, no, not that, just the label, just the label. I ain't got no sponsorships like that. So if I say something wrong, they'll hold me. They could say and hold me liable because I got it on the table. That's why.
Oh yeah, for sure.
At least that's how I understand it. That's how I
Yeah,
understand
that's how you do it.
You
I'm
right.
sorry. But yeah, we're repeating. I'm sorry. I come across her. I probably watched it. Like I listened to it. Like
Yeah.
that first bit just gets me. Like, man, that's love.
Did you see any other ones?
Yeah, I've seen
You
some,
want
but
some
this
more?
one's particular. I just feel like how she hits that, and she's so confident expressing her love off the rip in that song.
Yeah.
is really important. Now, while we right here, and let's take a look. What song do you feel like you still give with your own music? Do you feel like you have that same kind of energy when you get to perform it, or even when you're just singing it, when you made it? What kind of song of yours? Which one of yours do you think?
That
gives you
made me feel like that.
Not like that per se, but like she's in the morning, right? I mean, not in the morning. In the beginning, before she starts spitting, she's like, she knew she was going to express that love to him. Some of them songs you feel, I'm sure you know before you say it, you're going to feel these words and you about to hear it. And I'm curious which one you point out particularly that are personal. That's what I'm asking. It ain't about her more than it is.
Oh yeah, I feel you. I feel you. So what song that make me feel like that is Piranha Flow. And the only reason why I say Piranha Flow is because it's like I already know I'm finna be on some cool business type shit when I come on. You feel me? And it's like, hey, look, about my business, I'm serious. It is what it is, you know. I handle my business when I gotta handle my business. I get that work done when I get my work done.
But tell them what that is a little bit. Tell them what the business is. Tell them what that means, and it comes because like, and I'm gonna touch base just a little bit just because what I was a part of, just to give you a little context. We did Lights to Stage. Shout out to DJ Gizmo for putting that on for all the artists in Augusta. I had a really fun time hosting and getting my comedian little stuff off and having fun with everybody. And you were a performer that night. You got on stage and rocked. And I think 2 other times I seen you perform. And all 3 times I see a consistent performer. I don't see, how do I say this respectfully? I'm not a rapper, first off. You will perform your song, like with the words. I can see it. I'm watching you, and I see you actually rapping along with your song. Whether it's playing or not, I see you rapping the song too. It's coming through the mic. It's keeping a consistent sound coming through, and the energy is it's not repellent. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I feel like what I see a rapper could or a female artist, they can, like even on a comedian, you can get in the flow and then you can kind of fall back from it, but you're still saying the words. But it might not have the same delivery, the same energy.
Right.
And that, I feel like that plays a role in performances. Yes?
Most definitely, yeah, it do.
And that's why I want you to kind of talk on, what's that business side of coming in and being headstrong through that performance?
Okay, like, when it comes to that, basically it's like you need to know, like, what you finna say. Especially when you doing like a song and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? You gotta know what you said, remember what you said, rehearse what you saying, and you gotta be confident. Like you gotta know that's you. See, like when it come to that song, I know for a fact, you know, I'll be on some talk my shit, pop my shit, cause that's what I do in real life.
Right.
And when I say business, you know what I'm saying? Like if me and you in a room and we discussing something, and we got a whole, you know, how can I put it? We got like agreements and stuff set up. I'm gonna hold you accountable for that.
Right.
So it's like when you break that disagreement or that bond, you know what I'm saying? You ain't standing on your word as a man, or you ain't as a woman. You not standing on business.
Yeah, commitment is important.
So that's really what it's about.
Yeah.
So every time I get on stage and I command the room, I'm letting everybody know like, hey, you stand on business. If you bought your money, you bought your money. If you bought your funny, you bought your funny. You feel me?
Yeah, and I think, let me ask you this now. I've seen you perform multiple times. I know you perform more. We was talking about you performed in New York. I forget when you said you performed in.
Twice. I went to Rochester. Well, I went to Rochester twice. I didn't go to New York City.
Right.
I
but
passed,
that area.
Yeah, I actually passed New York City and went to New York State, because that's where Rochester is at.
Okay.
It's in New York State. But I don't remember exactly the street I was on, but it was like somewhere. Yeah, it was.
But we were saying,
you
were saying the energy is like, we was talking earlier about the energy and all, like backgrounds and whatnot.
Oh yeah.
And like, definitely, how is it going up there and performing up there? I feel like what I've seen you perform, I don't know if you did that in the beginning or how that was transition, building up that confidence. but you had to have some serious confidence going out of state like that to make that stride in this career choice, or
Oh, yeah.
you know, drive of a dream, strive to be great at it. You know what I'm saying? Tell me a
sure.
little bit about that.
All right, most definitely. So when I went up there, it was more like, you know, I kind of like stepped out on faith a little bit, you know, get out my comfort zone. You know, I was always taught, you know, be comfortable with being uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So I actually was talking to a girl. She had a friend that got me into the club. You know, it was an R&B club. Basically, at that time, I really didn't have a extensive catalog, but I did have a song that could fall in that R&B category, which was Love Little. And I had just released that song like a couple of months before then, and pretty much almost about a year at that time. And when I went up there, I had I was gonna do another song, but when I found out it was R&B night, they had switched it. So the lady that I talked to about the song, she and I was like, yeah, it's R&B night. So I switched the song from, I think it was either Piranha Flow, Jello. It was one of them songs. But I ended up switching it from that to Love Letter because I'm like, okay, all right, I'm going to match the theme of the whole aesthetic, you know what I'm saying? So I get up there, and how the energy was different, like, I'm going to just tell you now, like, being up north is way different than down south because they show a lot of love up north. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of energy.
And when I say a lot of love, like they didn't know me from a can of paint, but them folks was singing that song from word for word, bar for
That's
bar.
what's up.
And it's to the point where I can literally hold the mic to the crowd. They singing it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, wow, bro. Like, this is my first time doing this up here. And it was like, these folks showing me so much love. Like, they kept calling. They still calling me to this day.
That's
what's up.
let me backtrack here to love, because y'all two done built a relationship. Now you with him at this point, or y'all just have y'all formed a bond yet in this relationship at Smash House Records?
Oh, yeah,
Recording?
for sure. For years.
Y'all was together then too?
Yeah. So I think he just went out there with one of his homegirls or something, or his
Yeah.
girl or something. And but yeah, you know, I tell artists you got to perform.
Yeah.
So that's one thing when I met him, and I told him about his growth and his development, that you know you definitely got to perform. Like you can't say you're an artist and you ain't performing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
sure.
how you gonna get better if you ain't performing? So
Yeah.
that's one of the things I just told him. So I say any opportunity you get, you need to perform. I don't care
Right.
where you go. You know, I don't care what stage you hit, cause they ain't gonna do it but make you better.
It's all it is practice, and
Yeah.
like AI said, it's practice.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the more reps you put in, it's all practice.
Yeah.
It's all practice to that final way. You trying to do it consistently. You trying to do it better each time. That means each time is practice.
Each
in
time
a
is
sense.
practice. Yep.
It really is.
For
You
sure.
gotta take the keys. Now tell me a little bit about Smash House Recordings. Tell me a little bit about how this became about.
Yeah.
How this relationship from your aspect became about, and then we can touch base back with him about how he felt about coming in.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, man. So Smash House, you know, it's a recording studio. Started it. I started a long time ago. Right after college, I decided to open up my studio and start, you know, make some money.
Yeah.
And so I just came up with the name Smash House in college, man. You know, we used to go down, you know, we used to turn up, so it was called the Smash House. So then I just decided to make my recording company a Smash House.
Yeah.
Because I'm smashing everything, you know.
Yeah.
So Smash Records, anything audio, video, you know, that's what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
But so I work with all kind of artists, man. And he kind of came across my path one time. I met, who was it?
Chopper.
Oh yeah, Chopper.
That's
so I
how
was
I
working
met
with
you.
an artist
Yeah.
named Chopper, and he introduced me to Kemonie, and then you know from there we just kind of talked about his music and what he wanted to do with it, and he was looking to be open to the music experience. So the one thing I did like about Kemonie though, any beat I put on, he was gonna try to rap on it. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, as an artist, I feel like
practice.
that's that practice.
That's that
sure.
practice.
I mean, it don't matter what beat you put on, you know, you should be able to jump on top of it. As an artist, it's like a palette
Real artist.
podcast, you know. So whatever you can do with that palette that you have, you're considered an artist.
Yeah.
For sure.
Absolutely.
If you look at it and say I can't do nothing with it, you ain't no artist. I'm gonna
Yeah.
just say that. If you look at that palette, whatever palette you have, whether it's a stage, a canvas, you know, whatever your professional art or hobby art that you do,
Yeah.
if you say you can't do nothing with it, you don't really love that.
I think people love it. I just don't think they see what it takes to showcase it.
Yeah.
because I can, you
And
know,
push through the barriers.
yeah, because some of these, like, I look at it now, looking back at how many people have seen my artwork now by doing just this podcast.
Yeah.
Right? Most of them motherfuckers, like, got done and, like, went to a bucket, y'all, for, like, years. The two octopus arms have been in buckets and been
Yeah.
worked on, like, for, like, 5 years. They are only brought out to, like, showcase this is my
Dope.
brain.
It's dope.
You know what I mean? It's
For
like my
sure.
character. It's like I'm all over the place. I
Yeah.
ain't one. Nobody's just one thing. You know what I mean?
Right,
So
right.
many variables.
Yep.
You know what I mean? We need some I need some background too. Something, bro. I need
let's
something.
get it.
Keep it going with us. I do want to show this a couple more reels. I want to go into. It's a little funnier. All right. It's a little more.
All right, let's
a little
see
more
what you got.
testier. Okay.
Oh yeah,
We're gonna talk to the Muffin Man.
not the muffin man.
Oh, is this breakfast? Hold on, where do you get those? Yeah, it matters. What you getting upset for? Where you get the muffins from? The muffin guy, a man gave you these? The muffin man?
Oh no.
Muffin man.
I knew it was
I'm
gonna
weak.
get them, guys.
That's a good.
This was a good one.
I noticed.
Yeah, that definitely was.
Hey.
It's just muffins. I know where he lives.
I'm gonna sip on that.
I'm a making can.
I just think it's a little hilarious little
Funny.
bit there. You
That's
know?
funny.
The muffin man.
Yeah. To me, it's
Bro had that Lord Farquaad on his head.
all right. So, DJ, you can keep this running for us. Stay on the background. Don't turn it down for me, please, sir.
Okay.
I appreciate you and your talents because I've heard you play in person. Right, I've heard you kind of ruffle up with crowds with it. I've heard you skim it, scap it.
Okay.
I don't know a lot about this stuff, but I do see there's versions of like placating DJs or songs or like mixing.
Yeah.
I got one of those, but I also have what seems to be like a hardcore hippie jerking off on the discs. But it don't sound like that, but that's
Okay.
how I like perceive the energy. Like he just can't get off, and he is like trying to search for this sound, but it's a little more intense.
Okay,
So
alright.
which one y'all want? The throwback or the little more hippie intense? It's not bad in my mind.
Take me back first.
All right, take it back first.
So bad.
All right.
Flashback Friday.
Yeah, for sure.
This probably we're gonna get copyrighted, but all I got to do is silence it right here and I observe. It's fine. Yeah. I might just take these off.
We got the hamster style going on.
That's what I'm saying, man. This ain't. Oh man, I couldn't imagine how their fingers feel after some of those sessions.
Yeah. That's dope though.
Think like that.
For sure, definitely. He on point.
Let me show you Crack Addict. I don't know how to perceive it. Oh, it's off. 1 second. I don't know what that meant, but that's what I just feel like. You just trying to play with the clip. You just,
Yeah.
right? You just sitting there just playing with that twat, just trying to get her off, right? You just
Beatboxing
can't
the
do it,
pussy.
right? He's chasing something though, ain't he? Fucking Bob Ross on the beats, baby.
DJ Bob Ross.
Yeah.
He definitely beatbox on the box.
Right? He's right. Yeah, right.
For sure.
Yeah, so that's kind of like my little intro reel, kind of
Yeah.
like my little,
That's
little
cool. though.
conversation
I ain't-
starter. You can do whatever you want. You got free range.
Nah, that's my
You can
boy
do it.
DJ
If you want to put something
Gizmo.
on and placate to something, you're welcome.
The
I
best
I
DJ
got
in the
you
city.
under control. All I might do is my little buttons here that won't interfere. Just add. That's it.
Yeah, yeah.
Just like that was my little trivia that other people get.
Yeah.
Sometimes I bring these out. Sometimes I can make a mesh with what I got. Like I be saving the stuff, and sometimes I feel like it's. I knew that fucking Farquhar shit was gonna get y'all. I knew that shit.
That was good.
I ain't
Hey.
gonna cap. That
Hey.
bit took me out.
Okay, so I want to start off with I don't know if I want to go influence or local scene with my question. I'm going to influence first.
For sure.
Who are your biggest musical influences? And I want to know if that actual influence is correlated in your work. Like, obviously, I ain't rapping. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't say my music. Like, I don't have any musical influence to my work. But you know, I admire this. This ain't, to me. It's just that's my influence. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't Adam 22. Right? It ain't Adam 25 sitting in the back here. Say something, Adam.
It's definitely Adam K up in this bitch. So
He said Adam K
Scott
in this
X-Man, baby. I'm gonna put a
Scott.
Will I get copyrighted if I go get the Scott from X-Men and just like put it in the corner of our episode to where it looks like it's him, but he's not here, and then at the end I'll just post a picture?
I don't know if he get copyrighted.
Would you
X-Men?
though?
Yeah, because that's a real part. That's a real
But you bought that.
what?
The
The person, Scott?
Yeah.
No, you can screenshot that shit off
It's
the
a
internet.
picture. Oh, you finna
Yeah,
get one
he
off the
talking about
internet.
the X-Men.
Yeah,
Oh,
the X-Men,
oh.
the cartoon.
Yeah.
Put a little cartoon up there.
I thought you
Gene
said you
Gray
was finna
Scott.
get it.
show.
Yeah.
You said you was finna go get it, so I just thought you finna get
Oh,
up,
no,
go
I ain't
get
getting
something.
no.
Gene Gray Scott.
Yeah. Let me know. Tell me about your musical influence, man. Where that stems to in your work, in the rap side of it.
All right. So I'm gonna break it down, cause like one of my artists, she like from the older generation. Like I do listen to a lot of R&B too, on my own time, you know. But like, far as like now,
Yeah.
he been in the game for like about, I want to say about 15 years now. Future my number one main artist. Like I just like how he pop his shit, how he, you know what I'm saying. He be on some toxic shit, but I used to be on that too. But like I like his flow.
Yeah.
So I kind of like, you know, I take what he do and kind of put it into my own. Second, I like Sade. Believe it or not, I do listen to a lot of Sade.
Okay.
Like, Smooth Operator
That's a good song.
is one of my favorite songs. Like, for real. I would listen to
Bet
that.
you won't sing it right now.
Yeah, you want me to sing it for
Go
real?
ahead. You got the floor, baby, if you want to give us a go.
Hey, man.
If DJ will play it, we'll play around, yeah.
What?
Only part that I really like is the Smooth Operator part. No need to ask.
Yeah.
He's a smooth operator. You know what I'm saying?
If I sounded like that, I'd have got coochie.
Operator.
Okay.
Sound
Coast
like
to coast and
I know,
we
I got
do the
cigarettes to
most.
smoke to get like Louis
Okay.
Armstrong.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But
Rap and sing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
for
can't
sure.
Sound like you can't he?
but see, that's what most of my like love inspirations come from though, for real. Like, so if you ever hear something like my love stuff, I get that from Shine.
Make him sing it, DJ. Don't stop looking for it. Make
You
his
know
ass
what I'm
sing it.
saying?
Shit.
Oh, make him
Shit.
sing it.
Yeah, I want to see it. Yeah, he was trying to do it. He went on his own, and I'm the type where commitment, like we was talking about.
Oh yeah, for sure, definitely.
Yeah, let's do it.
Definitely.
motherfucker.
But see,
Shit,
this
we could
the thing,
transition
though.
into fucking around. And
I
talk a
ain't-
little
I ain't
bit. But
listening to Shut
I
It in a
don't.
minute.
If he does it, it's fine. I still want to know you guys is Gizmo. You too. I want to know the influence for musical and still for you too.
Oh, yeah,
you know,
for
you in the
sure, for
backdrop,
sure.
but you can still you got Aqua Teen Hunger Force on your chest, so. At least I can agree I'm in the same boat there with you.
Oh yeah, you know.
But you also got you repping fucking fuckface from next door. And I don't really fuck with his little hairy chest ass. Yeah. That reminds me of my father. And he's just staring at me this whole episode right there
Hey,
on the top of your
man.
titty.
And say, man.
Yeah, I hated that motherfucker. Gold chain, act like he was somebody where you knew he was going home just to whack his meat.
Hey, shout out to my boy D,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Love to my brother King Vaughn, man. The one from Charlotte, not the one from Chicago.
Yeah. See, I don't be no. I couldn't be like. That's where it's so hard with some of them names. What it's as unique as you gotta be already in the music.
Too many of
Yeah,
them.
for sure.
you
Too
gotta-
many in there.
Oh yeah, and I forgot one more name. Shout out my nigga TC, the motherfucking Don, man.
Okay, shout out. I don't know who none of these people is, but you know who you are, and if
Me
you're
neither.
watching, thank you. I appreciate anybody tuning in for the conversation, and definitely come check Kemonie out at any performance you see him locally around. You want to know the water?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Adam,
I ain't even
Come on,
realize I
Scott.
just cleaned the bottle.
toss
like
him
that,
one,
man.
Scott. Zoom it over with your eyes. Ding.
Appreciate it, Scott.
To me, I just fuck with him. You know, he got up before you got there and anybody got there. He was on stage with me the first time when he came through, and he was out there rapping with me. He got out there and did it with me.
He did, right?
Yeah, he did. He did.
Hey, my boy was really putting on for the series for real.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I do a little dancing too, but you know, you got to be in the club for that.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah.
Be doing the helicopter. Be someone shaking your ass.
Maybe not that, but
No.
definitely dab.
Dabs.
Oh, he dabbing.
Dabbing. Hitting the running man.
Or do a little yah.
I can't dance.
Damn, bro.
I ain't
Not
gonna lie.
the Soldier Boy
I
gang.
can bop. That's just the thing. I can find a groove with a lady if I'm dancing,
Oh yeah.
but it's still smooth kicking. It ain't nothing serious.
Two-stepping.
Yeah, I mean I ain't gonna say that because
No.
I ain't good. I'll step on her feet for sure. But if I'm feeling, I'll move.
The pump.
Yeah, I'll
You
move.
do one of those.
I'll do something.
Yeah.
I ain't ashamed of what I'm doing. Let's say it like that. I ain't ashamed of what I'm doing. That's you. If you dabbing and you feel.
Oh no,
good,
you
motherfucker.
danced the other night at like the stage.
Yeah, I will if I
Yeah,
feel good.
I did.
Yeah, I will.
Oh, I got those bloopers too.
Oh yeah.
They gonna go out.
We'll put them in this if you want to. I know that I wanted to try and get with you about, so I thought that's what I was gonna get was like a mini clip.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
got the full. It's all right though. You gonna play that or you got it? No. All right. Well, tell me. Go ahead. I ain't mean to cut you off.
Oh no, you straight.
Shout
you
out to
straight.
most people. I do think that it is important that people know rappers like in their taste of music versus like what actually influences their work and their catalog.
Oh yeah. for
Because I
sure.
think that a lot of rappers will tell you, they'll tell like a story of what they like or like what their vibe is, and it really
Yeah.
their work probably influenced. Probably his vibe, and then you thinking you probably supposed to mimic this, but you really hitting a different vibe because you. How do I look at it? How do I say this? You piggybacking off somebody else's toes of what they like, versus finding what your vibe is.
Yeah.
Right.
Your
You see what I'm
own
saying?
sound, yeah.
Like I feel like a lot of rappers like sound something else other than what they're projecting because they like somebody and they they just
yeah,
tell
more of
them
the time.
exactly what the fuck
yeah,
they
yeah.
like.
Yeah.
And you follow in footsteps. That's how I say it. Follow in footsteps.
That's kind of same in the studio, man. You know, they come to the studio, they all want the YouTube beats, that tight beat. It sound like whoever the hottest rapper out right now.
Yeah.
They're like, I don't want nothing original. I don't want to create my own sound. I want that sound.
real.
And that's gonna make you sound like that sound.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
See,
Then
it
it's crazy
happens,
because a
though.
lot of people be having the same beat.
well,
you gonna see it. But I see that a lot.
tell me your influences then.
Huh?
Give me a little backstory on your influence in music.
Mine,
In
boy,
your work,
yeah.
In your
But-
work too, with
yeah,
the DJs and everything, so forth.
My biggest influence, man, is definitely hip hop. You know, one thing I like about hip hop, and it's like going back. I went back but you know, I'm 43, so I know the old school music, I know the new school music.
Yeah.
But hip hop is one of those genres, you know, that's always evolving, and it's like always gonna be fresh. It's one of those things you got to be fresh, you know, in this particular genre. So and it allows you to be free and just try stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you have all different genres of hip hop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
I got some old shit right back there. I don't use it much. I take it
Yeah.
out when I like. It's more of like a common thing. If I don't feel like anything's around anywhere that I rock with, or like I'm not finding something that like makes me feel, I guess, good, I'll take the records out and I'll spin something. I got I got a whole bunch of Captain Jack, Dope Boys. I got Ghetto Boys. I got I'm having brain farts here. I got Ray Charles. I got some a bunch of jazz players and horns, but just like shit that I know. What was it? Fuck, man. Why am I brain fart? Hotel Holiday Inn.
what that boy name?
Fuck.
Chingy? No.
Not Chingy. No, fuck.
Holiday
Anyhow,
Inn.
I got a bunch of albums that are just singles, and one's the explicit ones. I'll pay $10 for the right goddamn song.
You want to talk about Chingy though, huh?
No, not
like,
Chingy.
no,
I
not
got
Chingy.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
for
thinking of
sure.
the wrong name too. I'm having a brain fart of fuck. I ain't about to scroll up there. But nonetheless, I just think that
Yeah.
it matters your influence. I think music is.
Yeah.
That's why I agree with the conversation of like sitting down with artists to have a good time, to get to know them, to let them kind of express. It's more than just what songs I want to promote. It's you know, you can really dive into what it is. Like in a minute, we about to let the DJ play some beats, and we about to do a little Palette Podcast battle. I ain't gonna win, but I'm gonna drink afterwards and feel good about it because I know I like to have fun with it. You know.
I'll let you
And,
do the honors. You can go first.
That's fine. And I do like to say that I do see both of you guys characters when you're in an environment for an actual event. Whether it was you just waiting your turn or whether it was you just doing what you had to do all night. You know, we all played our role that night. But I do
sure.
see you guys' energy is forged to make sure everything's done right. You're on time. We're making sure we set up. We all have that same urge and desire to like perform well, and every performance is more than just it's practice, but it's still
It's professionalism, though.
yeah. We work everybody work
At its finest.
Yeah. So I guess let's do it, man. Let's try to have some fun with it. Put us on a beat that is something you will fuck with first and foremost because you are the rapper. I'll try to conform to your. I'll go first if you want me to. You the professional. If you gonna take it like that, because the fans like
We'll go boom bap first. I'm gonna give us a little bit of boom.
Hey, look,
bap.
Giz, you better tell them I'm adaptable.
You want me to go first?
Very versatile.
I ain't.
So it's just y'all two rapping. Adam K
Adam,
and the
you
two.
gonna go?
Scott, you ain't gonna get on?
I might jump in there, I might not, but
Well,
we'll see how I go.
All right. Well,
I'm gonna let the boys go first, man.
All right. Whitey's on tighties. All right. So look, I ain't got no coin. I was gonna make it fair. I ain't got nothing to flip with. Oh well. I'll go first. You ready?
Yeah.
Hey, this that Donkey Kong country shit.
Beach ball in the backyard with the bitches. With the
Hey.
bitches. Beach ball playing with the backyard bitches. I got the TV on, the barbecue rolling. Bitches outside and they titties fornicating. Oh, I meant fornicating. I got the bitch sucking on my basement.
Hey.
She down south and she playing real good. I got her out down in the South Woods. I come back with the beating and the bam. I pull up to the yard like yeah.
I'ma keep it simple. I'ma come in and pop it like a pimple.
Oh,
I always cause a ripple. You see me in the street, they like, that's nigga. That nigga. I pull up, everybody see me, they like, oh, hold up. I'm just flowing though. Trying to keep the flow going, I'ma pass it though.
Pick up, hey, who wanna take it the next way? Come on, Scott, show me what you got, get on with a red shot.
Hey, yes, Adam K, I'm coming on the beat. You know what I'm doing, if you ain't know, then listen to me. Hey, stacking up the money, hit me with the opportunity, yeah, and I'm coming. Hey, please don't stop me. Like Cobra Kai, eliminate the competition, see me. Yeah, grab the prize, hold it by the head, it ain't no surprise.
I got hoes all in Egypt. I got bad women everywhere. Hey, look, my initials stand for DK, Donkey Kong. Let me stop playing, let me get on to 'em. Island vibes, I got an island girl. Island rising, I'ma rock your world. Baby, get down, I'ma put that tongue in the swirl. About to eat it up, cinnamon swirl. Hey, I done stumbled over a couple of words. Hey, I gotta get it, man, I had to observe it. I done fucked up, but it's all good, man. I feel like a dog. I ain't got no shirt on, but I keep my pants tucked. But I got a whole bunch of 50 blues in my pants, though. You can't even keep up with me. You can't even keep up with me. Gotta sing it just like Whitney, but I'm deep up in the kidneys. Gotta sing like Whitney, deep up in the kidneys, and I give a coat like Bobby. I leave the coochie hole throbbing.
Wait up.
Yeah.
For sure.
That was good.
I give y'all one more.
Yeah, I was just playing around. You know, this is just a warm up.
Well, I don't want you take what you want. If you want to take over, you take over. You showcase
that's
it.
what you do.
If you feel a
Oh,
spot
yeah,
like
for
off a
sure.
line that you want to jump in on and run because you hear something, run it.
Cause I ain't rapping no
I'll
more.
stop talking.
You know, I ain't rapping. I was just bullshitting. You know what it is.
Do your thing. Superstar, go ahead.
What it is. Okay. Alright.
Now, Adam K.
Oh, I hear the beat going down. I don't wear no crown. I just mow my yard to the ground. But I'ma push that weed every pound. Don't take me away. Don't you wanna play? Huh? I'm a fool. I ain't got nothing else. I was fucked up there. I don't know. That's it. Come on, Adam. What you got, X-Man?
Hey, had to adjust the mic so I can get on this motherfucker. Hey, coming in hard, yeah, you know I gotta get to the dough, yeah, and going to the club and I make you look good on camera, but don't get it wrong, cause you know I do the same, just like you, I'm a star, do my thing, get into the money, get it back, to be had, yeah, you know I'm getting to the weed, cause you know I don't play in the streets, but do not play, cause I go to the streets and pick up me
Got P's and the Q's in the trunk. Bitch be smelling like a skunk. Lately you getting long. gotta be smoking on slump. Hey, president just like Trump, they pulling up 10 and they pulling in the truck. All black truck, like we in this Secret Service. Secret Service, what you serving? Serving birdies. I got packages, they coming working. In the trap, we keep them alerted. Yeah. We be in the desert, they deserted. Q's and P's, I'm feeling like I'm the boss man, but no D-Lo. They already know I keep a lot of green, call me CeeLo. I'm about to rock, man, I'm telling them rolling and rolling and rolling. Hey, daddy done told me ain't no Rolling Stone, got no mouse. Hey, you know that I'm a boss. Tell him he gotta get lost. Your girl's saddle to get tossed. You know that I'm up on floss. Brushing my teeth, then I handle business and I stand on me. Yeah, I tell her I give her on waking and give her the breakfast is meat. Yeah, I gave her a sausage. I gave her a sausage. Told her to clean up cause it smell like some crawfish. Boy, I'm out of here telling the bitch to come step over here in my office. Yeah, you know it's law. You better keep your brother back and keep on my sister. You know I ain't slacking. No, I don't macking. I got the M's, you know what you. I know some Chris, they be cracking. I know some blood, they bracking. I know they gon' make it happen. I know that boy, they be capping. Told you, I am the captain.
Hey, that was pretty good, man.
Yeah.
Shout out, man.
That's what's
Yeah,
up.
for sure.
Yeah.
Shout out to UX man over there. Yeah, it was just that was fun. That was
Cool.
fun. Not shabby, huh? Not shabby.
It's Gizzy, baby.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's go through some. Let's get some combo going here.
Yeah.
Let's see here. What's been the most hardest on the journey?
I'm not gonna lie though. The only real challenge was really finding my voice. It took me like some years to find my voice. Like what Giz was saying, like not trying to copy nobody else's style and do it because other people like hearing that sound. Like you finding your own inner sound.
Yeah.
Like my whole sound is like that bop shit. I love the bop shit.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, everybody
Same
got their
here.
own unique
We got that
sound.
too in comedy.
Oh, yeah,
I
for
have
sure.
to, yeah, cause like I like the raw raunchy shit. Like I tell one joke where I'm watching my nephews, and you know when two boys get quiet, you gotta pay attention, right? I open the door, and one of them's pissing on the other's chest, right? So I had to, you know, you gotta have a conversation at this point, right? You
for
gotta
sure.
communicate. This is a problem.
We got to talk
I
about
said,
it.
hold up now. The one thing you hear from this is only meant for women. That's R. Kelly. You know what I'm saying?
I got it.
You
Yeah.
got it? Okay. So I do think that you got to find the voice comes with time. Even with us, I do agree that I can relate to that extent of it takes us time to find a voice. There's
For
certain
sure.
things I want to say on stage that might push the limits too far in the crowds I'm in. You know, I might conversate outside of that stage and be a little more comfortable with my friends. But then like before I talk, sometimes I'll go to Atlanta and have to be told, hey, buddy, you need to get where you need to go in to get inside or yada yada. You know, I just don't have that. I got that dangerous shit with ADHD where it don't necessarily light up sometimes.
Yeah,
so I don't mind.
You ain't got no spidey sense.
Yeah, I don't got that. I don't mind that risk. I don't mind drilling it back in when I'm supposed to. I want to be professional. I want to be improve my skills. I want to be a well-rounded, entertaining comedian. I want to be a well-rounded, entertaining podcast. Just like I see you when I've seen you perform. I ain't gonna say there wasn't people that didn't have good songs like yours. There ain't but a couple guys from that night that I felt like performed like you did. And that's that. I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting you to because I saw you do it 2 times before.
Oh, yeah,
Does that
for
make
sure.
sense?
Yeah.
So like seeing you control and then seeing the other guy, you pumped up that crowd. To me, like I knew I was like when that happened, I was I'm so glad I'm having them on. I'm so glad I chose this situation to coordinate the way it has because I saw that happen in Light the Stage. It's not for me to say who's better than the other. I'm not an artist like that. But when I see it entertainment wise and I see what you did to I see that in comedy too. We get up on there, one guy you don't expect it, not to say you don't expect, but you see him being consistent, you see him, you may never know what's going on, but you expect something out of them. And when they don't perform, you can kind of feel that feeling. But when they do, and you see that placating to the show, you can see the people after bring more energy and it makes the show better. And that's what I feel like we all should be as a showcase, whether it's Light the Stage, whether I'm doing comedy shows, spoken word, there's DJ live bands. We're all trying to improve that live and entertainment.
live
we're getting.
experience.
Yeah,
Yep.
we want to be the best.
For
Yeah,
sure,
yeah.
most definitely.
I forget what the actual question was. Again, what was any struggles you want to feel like you point out to other DJs? I look at it, as well. We're going to talk about advice for other trying to tackle these career paths, right?
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
still choices.
Yeah,
We might not
yeah.
be getting paid what we want to get paid, but we putting in fucking work to something we can see a future in. So that journey I know comes with struggles. I want to know more
Yeah.
about yours too.
Well, for sure. I mean, I just do audio, man. I always loved music first initially, and then I just got into the ins and outs of audio and music and everything. So I just kind of became a student of like what I hear.
Right.
I always just loved what I heard. You know what I mean? And it just kind of pushed me to just go a little further. And I got a degree in audio engineering. You know what I'm saying? So I do this for fun.
So I've been like, I found them, put them on. Hey Adam, would you mind, so I ain't got to get back up, for just flipping the camera out so I can see it? Thank you for catching that.
Yeah.
Just pull from the back, it'll turn right around. Just make sure it's good, stays where it is. Don't press no button. Yep. That's it, sir. I can see it. That's good. So yeah, I pulled them out. So then last time we ran the 6-man, right? They ran hot for a minute. So one of them I had to turn off for a second. But so what do? Do I keep it charged up with the battery full? And if the battery's gonna run out while it's charged up, then why the fuck do I need to charge?
So it do run out while it's charging?
It just did.
Oh.
I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
I didn't
Maybe
even
it's
know
a
it do
setting
that.
I'm missing. I'm supposed to switch over or something.
Possibly.
I'm still that. But so what? And that's a good
Unless it
point.
just overheated that time too.
Well, I don't think it did because it would have showed me popping back up.
Oh,
and it
okay.
didn't. It
Okay.
just showed me it assumed the battery's dead.
Okay.
Because I put a fresh battery in and it's not even warm like it was. So,
Oh, okay.
so I say that that's a good example of trial and error.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I'm still able to. I know I'm worked so much. We was talking about Final Cut Pro earlier, and I'm learning which one works for me.
Yeah, yeah.
And I can adapt to that real quick. I already know it's 50 minutes, so we good, man.
All right.
How long y'all got with me for real? So I'm trying to like hit. It's almost 10 o'clock. How long y'all?
Oh, is it? Okay. So I'm good. We get whatever to the final point.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Well, I'm trying
For
to.
sure.
I'm asking a question, right? I'm trying to hit different subjects, trying to do a little entertaining in between at the same time. That
Yeah.
took a little momentum a little right there, so I apologize. All right, when you sit down and write a verse, how do you feel usually when things are going through your mind in that moment?
Usually, like, all right. So I got a very analytical mind. So like sometimes something will just hit me right then and there.
Mm-hmm.
So like, depending on where I'm at, like I'll write it down. But like what be going through my mind when I'm writing a verse, it's like how I basically go off emotion at that time. So like if I'm angry or something done piss me off, then I write the whole verse about that.
Right.
But it be like real life stories though. I try to keep it like real life. I don't like to cap like everybody be capping.
Yeah.
Like how they be talking about like they done did such and such to somebody and they ain't never picked up no gun and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't do shit like that. So like if I had an altercation with somebody or something, I'll put it in a song like, yeah, me and such fell out, but he ain't do shit about it. You know, that's some real shit.
Yeah.
Like I try to keep it in between those lines, but like
Yeah.
usually that's what happens when I think about a verse. Or, if I'm feeling depressed or a little sad or something, that's what I write about.
I got you. Now, can you give me a couple examples just for the people to understand from your songs what you could pimp? No, that's Adam 22. See, y'all was all about let this shit ride, wasn't it? see, I'm trying to keep up.
Hey, Scott chilling, bro.
Hey, he's chilling. He ain't even doing no protecting at all.
Hey, my boy really vibing in the corner for real, man.
Hey, I'm just like every other viewer right this second.
Hey,
I'm just watching the interview for a moment.
Oh God, boy, hey, ain't nothing wrong with it though.
Gizmo, how do you feel about working with artists? How is that relationship when building with artists?
It's difficult a lot of times, just because. Well, I say a lot of times the new artists. I speak on new artists because I work with a lot of artists from country to gospel to rap to R&B, but a lot of times, the newer artists, man, the newer rapper artists, they don't see the vision of a song.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the era I'm from, man, we make songs. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like it's popping shit. It really is popping shit songs.
Right now?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I hear stories. You hear like I like that guy, but Big Walk Dog or Big X Plug. What's his name?
Big ass the plug.
And one of them does Onion Pillar. You ever heard of Onion Pillar? Nope. It might be maybe Walk the Dog then. But anyhow, I hear stories from time to time. But even the whole rest of the album, or like one of these guys, I forget which one it is. A lot of the other songs just felt like bop shit.
Yeah.
Like trying to, it's not. All of them is telling stories, and I think that is missing some cases. That's just observational. I agree with you there.
Yeah.
It's I don't know how to make it. I don't know, but I know that.
But even making simple songs, even if you just think about the oldest song you know, like Mary Had a Little Lamb.
Oh yeah.
How well it's put together, but it's so simple.
Look,
Think about it.
I'm gonna show you my favorite simple song.
What?
Sometimes you don't need a lot though.
Y'all go ahead, Tom. I'm gonna pull it up.
Like what he was just saying, like sometimes you don't need a lot. Like you just need a simple line and a good beat, and you
Them
boom.
neck bones, collard greens.
That's a good one.
You know good and
That's a
well this
good one.
video is made off of an actual event with his family. And you feel the vibe, simple, in the moment, in the feelings, and you see it in the song.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, when the song match the visual and it actually go together, that's a song.
I'm gonna get copyright, I'm stopping it. But
Yeah.
now I believe I'm right by saying the song you performed at like the stage was Piranha Flow.
It
You
was-
performed a couple songs, right?
I actually did a new song. I did Self Motivation. That was a request.
Self-motivation. Okay.
That was a request from my father, cause that's his favorite song.
Okay.
And I did make him a promise, like before I came to the show.
Uh-huh.
I told him I was like, I'll do it for you. You know what I'm saying? He really wanted me to perform it, cause like that song been out since like I want to say like the beginning of this year.
Mm-hmm.
I just never performed it. That was my first time performing it, but I did it for him. But I did do Piranha Flow. Piranha Flow was the second song.
Yeah, I want to make sure I saw the right one, the one I was talking
Yeah.
about, because I feel like that energy you had on stage, I ain't got a video to put on it, but you could feel it, and you brought that energy, and it felt like you was, I ain't gonna lie, I don't know stories, I got to listen to it more to see if I'm gonna follow the story, but I still felt the vibe, the energy you was bringing to the stage. I wouldn't say it was a bop, but it gave stories, you told us something along the way. You definitely got your own style, and it was definitely dope to see you again perform, and I continue to hope to see you perform. You gonna be there at the 20th, yeah?
Oh yeah, for sure.
gonna be
Yeah,
there
I
till
don't miss. I think I've been there ever since we started doing the stage events. I ain't missed not now one yet, and I don't plan on it.
All right, let's now that's a good thing there, because building a brand is important.
For sure.
Did it pop off too? All right, just turn it off. You're gonna have to take that one off to get that battery out. That's okay in general. If you want to take your time, it's plugged up to the actual charger right there. Just take it out. Now you ain't gotta do that. Just pull that trigger on the back, and you'll pop out the camera. Don't untwist that. See it right there behind the camera? It's like a little flip. Nope.
No.
Right there at the butt. Yep. Right there, you pull it back towards you, and it should. Yep.
Slide it back a little bit
Yep.
when you take it out.
Slide it.
Try to slide it back and up.
I ain't worried about it. Let it be. I'll use these two angles. Okay, you got it.
You
Good.
got it,
All right,
got
you just
it.
pop it out.
Ayy.
You take your time doing
Okay
that. All
with
right,
the
just
ayy.
unplug it and swap them out for me, por favor, sir. I do. Speaking of branding, right? That's a good thing on branding, of being at performances, making sure you're involved. It is a challenge, even as me trying to build a brand with a comedian. I'm curious to know what it is. Getting out there as an artist, getting out there as a DJ, staying involved. How does that look for you guys?
Go ahead.
We talking about branding, right?
Well, I think that showing your face is important in branding.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Being at performances and making sure you're showing up to events that you are showing out and showing well at and showing your craft. If you
Oh,
ain't
yeah.
performing, what's it matter, right? Like we was talking about earlier.
It's
Yeah.
pointless. You just wasting your time.
Right.
Cause you got to show your face. You know what I'm saying? That's part of the brand.
Push it towards the
You
light.
gotta push it. Like,
Yeah.
how we gonna know who you are and what to get from you, especially like when it come to merchant, anything, you know what I'm saying? How we gonna support if you don't show your face?
Yeah.
Like,
But you know, branding is one of those things that brands really speak for themselves. I'll say that.
Right.
For instance, my Smash House. I'm always have something representing Smash House all the time. A cup, my laptop, something, a hat. You know what I'm saying? I got Smash House clothing. So
Oh, you got merch too. Y'all check them out.
But you know, once once you brand something or put a logo on it, people think a logo is a brand, but a logo is just a logo.
Yeah,
but your
it's
brand
not.
represents you. So if they come to Smash House, they look for me. Most people know I'm gonna be on time. I'm gonna be professional. I ain't gonna take no bull because I don't like playing around, wasting my time.
The name is important.
Yeah, and I always go back, like you said, I spent $70,000 to go to college. You know what I'm saying, to learn what I know. You know what I'm saying. So I ain't really trying to play with nobody.
Yeah.
And this how I pay my bills. So
Yeah, and that's
You know.
and you know, and I'm gonna do it one more time. So you turn it. I mean,
But don't mistake me for a water boy. Okay?
he ain't no water boy.
Yeah.
And
He
that's a
ain't no
bar.
water boy. Okay, and it comes with the name stuff. When you
Yeah.
building a name, when you building a reputation, when you building your craft. However you look at your brand, being conscious that you're building a brand is important.
Yeah.
You're gonna learn what's right and wrong along the way. I feel like it's not.
Yeah.
If you putting in the right footwork, it should show you lessons.
But you also got to just make sure stuff is decent and in order, man. You got to do stuff the right way and in order.
Yeah.
That's why, like branding again.
But that's
It's
what I'm saying.
presentation.
Seeing yourself as a brand is important.
Presentation.
You know, I try to keep everything in a routine. You just like you try to, when you perform, you try to keep it tight, hit your spots, hit your moments where you're waiting for those breaths or, you know, that process of performing. I do think that branding is more than just what we do in our craft too, though, because like we say, the name.
Yeah.
What Smash House means, Palette Productions, Palette Podcast,
Yeah.
More Than Masters, whichever, you know, Jamming Moments, Icons, Miami Vibes, shout out to Certified CEO Clothing, Live Laughs at Icons. So all these things we all, that I'm about to be going through in the end for purposes, all this stuff, promotion and all, it's all branding that is important for everyone's growth.
Yeah.
As we all play our own growth, it still is beneficial. Like you showing up and working out is beneficial to all those other artists that ain't necessarily got the same reps in as you.
Yeah.
Or ain't necessarily got the same confidence as you.
Yeah.
Or ain't performing like you're performing. That's a contribution you may not see. Well, I don't know nothing about it, but I see like how I see that in my realm of comedy.
Yeah.
And when I was up hosting, I noticed that, and I wanted to point on that brand and shit being a factor before we wrap up or get close to wrapping up. I think that's important for both being
sure.
on today.
Yeah.
I do appreciate both of you taking the time to do this. Adam sitting in, chilling with us.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Oh,
He
it's
does sound
my
like
pleasure.
he the accountant. He does sound like he gonna crunch numbers later. All right. Let's. You got. Am I right? Am I my notes? 4 brothers, 3 sisters. 4 brothers, 2 sisters. That's what you said.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like. I was right. Yeah. So like when, and you know, just like you're hanging out with the family, what you do, you know, when you're not focusing on the brand, focusing on the music, trying to get the spots perform. Where do you find yourself for enjoyment, for video games to seeing sights? What you do, travel?
Oh yeah, for sure. I love traveling. Like I do that. You know what I'm saying? Outside of the music. Well, speaking of, I actually just left my mama crib before I came here. I gotta check on my dudes, make sure she alright.
Yeah.
Make sure the kids ain't driving her crazy. But you know, I chop it up with my little brother. I talk to my brothers and stuff on a daily. But to get my mind off some stuff when I relax, I like to travel. Like I'm going to Florida at the end of this month though, on vacation.
Hell yeah.
But I'm gonna still be, pushing the brand while I'm out there. But that's just a little something for fun,
Where's the toughest place you went and performed at?
Ooh, I wanna say I can't even say that for sure, cause like everywhere I pretty much went, it was just like a whole bunch of love.
Yeah.
I've been to Vegas before.
Damn.
Vegas was kind of cool.
Hell,
but
just getting out there in my mind is a fucking win. I ain't even
just-
left the East Coast, bro.
It ain't nothing but a 3-hour flight.
Shit. That's
But I can't even think of the last time I had a hard time at a show. It's always been love every time I perform.
So was it just jumping on stage and just I'm gonna pop my first song I created, and it was just on from there? I mean, you had to have some moments where you had that insecurity sitting on your chest, like I gotta show out tonight.
I will say that though. It's always been love for the most part every time I perform, right?
Yeah.
But I have had some insecurities where I self-doubted myself.
Yeah.
That's where the issue came in at.
Yeah, well,
I don't have enough confidence, and that's what kind of messed me up. So because I messed myself up, the energy wasn't really there. But you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Other than that, it's just been straight love.
Well, that's what I was trying to. That's what I was. Yeah. I was trying to show it, Casey. I think that a lot of us performers, in many different realms, we all get. It ain't. It's like you can say something, you can perform something, but still, you may not know what's affecting outside. You may not know how you got there, what happened on the ride over, whether it's going to be a struggle for you to remember what you're supposed to be performing or saying. It can be so much that can control that mentality while you there working.
Yeah.
Because a lot of it is fun. It is engaging.
Sometimes it could be the venue. You know, I see a lot of artists don't even want to give 100% because it's like nobody's there at the venue. You know, ain't nobody in the crowd or ain't nobody there.
So what do you think about building a fan base then? Because like that's one thing even I talked to Frank about. Me and Frank have conversations about this shit where I'm only but a comedian that's still an amateur that the family won't come out for or can't come out for, whichever reason. The friends, you know, yada yada. But they it's hard to build fan bases in certain
oh yeah, there you go, Tom.
In certain avenues, especially like comedy, y'all, especially if you're local, you're moving around a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to be in a certain, let's say, all right, I'll say a lot of white folks ain't gonna come to some of these spots, or at least it feels that way, because I don't feel like they're willing to come check out these shows like we promote. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's okay. I'm not scared to go perform, or I am nervous in my own craft part of it, but you know, I'm here to entertain. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it is difficult when it comes to, you know, these certain areas we have to perform in versus a free form platform all the time, or somewhere that can be a spot that like I know there's a bunch of recording studios. You know, not to just make it light like we all you all are working. You know what I mean? I know I've met quite a few DJs along my path and so forth, quite a few rappers, and everybody wants to be the best, right?
Yeah.
We all want to work, but I don't think everybody got the drive to.
Yeah.
I think
the consistency. You know what I'm saying? That's the biggest thing, man. Being consistent, and
you right.
That's like a lost art, man. You know, even just basic communicating consistency. You know, some people just don't know how to communicate. Like, you know, you text some people, you're like, dang, I know you have your phone all day, but they won't hit you back with like 2-3 hours. And I ain't saying people can't be busy. I know some people have jobs where they can't have their phone.
Hey, there's some people I won't.
I know these people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you know.
I mean, there's quite a few people I've met where comedians from out of town that I ain't gonna say I'm getting hounded for people to be on here. Because I still look forward to July with like some open spots, like questioning who am I gonna reach out to. I still ain't pressed, all right? Like I'm still nobody. But I do have certain people reach out where it's like, I question what work you put in for it.
Yeah.
I haven't witnessed nothing worth. Okay, you cute and funny sitting here drinking a beer. Cool. It's not worth enough for me to waste my time on hopes that you're gonna give me something to help me promote you or to showcase you and give you and like shine on you a little bit. If it's just gonna, I can do the bullshit and podcast, but it still got to have some structure. Or it's nothing. You know what I'm saying? So the effort is really, I think, the most important thing in a lot of crafts. I debated it with a guy at work too about other things. But what do you guys think is the most? What are some important attributes when it comes to performing rap and DJing with music and that side of the music realm?
Practicing.
I was just finna say that you got to rehearse. Like, Giz taught me that like long time ago. Like, don't think you finna get up there and I can do it. No, cause you gonna fail. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, cause you gotta rehearse it. It's like it'll become muscle memory after a while. Like, you gotta get it in your system.
Yeah.
But when you're like a musical artist, you are the art. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I feel like an artist, everything got to be art about them. You know, in a sense, like you command the room, you command what you do. Your style is your style, is your art. So it's one of them things where, like, again, consistency in the practicing and just knowing who you are.
Yeah.
Cause most time, you know, everybody, like you said, they see this. I want to do that because that person doing it.
Yeah.
In a sense, but it's not. I see that. I want to do my own thing though. I like what they doing, but I want to be on that platform with them, but I don't want to do what they doing.
Well, see, here's why I have difficulty. This is where, like, I'm the white guy, right? I am the white guy. And, like, I know a lot of videographers. Cool. I don't really have a need for videography. I'm really basic. I just need to know how to figure out work my shit. That's all I need to practice, right? But I have seen videographers work where it's like, oh, I can work with this guy for an idea here.
Yeah.
I got an idea I'm gonna try and work with a guy on. It might come out well, it might not. But I know that he already showed me. He has already shown me the work that I kind of feel like he can produce what my idea is already.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I think that that's the important thing of networking and like building relationships.
Yeah.
Because then you may not know. Like me, I'm looking at it to learn that side of it, to learn attributes from my own interest of like the podcast, and then I might be able to pass some game on to someone else from that experience. I do think that network is a big part.
You got to, because guess what? If I touch you, right, and then you stick your hand out and touch him, basically I'm touching him.
No diddy.
I feel you.
No diddy.
But I'm just saying, your reach is only as far as you can reach.
True.
Oh yeah, for sure. I stamped that.
I'm glad that we kind of flow with me with this relationship context in this episode, because I think it is important that locally, I think it's important that Augusta performers build good relationships with venues, platforms, not
Each
just
other.
platforms, each other. I think reaching out and making those collaborations to build the brand, so to speak, is important. And I think that there are a lot of artists other than yourself, Kemonie, that are in Augusta that I think deserve opportunities to see if they worth the while and the shot. You know what I mean? And nobody, not even myself, us here in this room, know if we're ready for it until we get there.
But that was my purpose for Light the Stage,
Yeah.
to give artists a platform.
Yeah.
I see so many artists come through the studio, but then they don't have nowhere to perform.
Right.
You know
so
what I'm saying?
that's their chance to shine.
I give them a platform like, hey, let's come do this. You an artist, just do it. And guess what? I'm gonna also put it on YouTube for you.
I got a question. Let you saying this. I'm not gonna name names. How many times have you performed on a rough ball, if you can be honest with me?
Like all together, like
Yeah,
up until
whether
this
it's
point.
rehearsing. How
Is-
many performs your song?
A lot.
A lot, right?
A lot.
What gives an artist leeway to be cocky for 2 or 3 times performing a song? How does or let me rephrase that, I guess more positive. How does an artist freshly performing a song remain confident and direct with producing that energy consistently? Because I mean, I saw and heard, I'm not gonna name names, but I know people didn't perform songs many times. And you're here doing this, I know you gotta get your practice, but it doesn't even seem like some of these guys, they might do it in the car, they might ride and listen, ride and jam, this my shit, this me, but I don't know if they really rocking the song out like I watched you rock the song from the start to the finish of each song.
Oh yeah, for
So
sure.
like, I'm curious what kind of confidence or like how it is navigating that fresh start with insecurities. I don't know if you can answer that. I don't know if you can neither, but I am curious.
Can. I
I'm
can definitely
curious.
answer.
Go ahead. I mean, shoot, because I want to know help me get his opinion as an
Yeah,
artist.
yeah,
'Cause I saw that shit. Was like, well, you're not doing your job anyways to be this confident.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
Yeah.
so why you want me? I mean, I'll still do my job as a host. Clap them up. You know, we're going to show love and we're going to try and be as fair as we can and not make hurt no feelings, right? Like, I felt really bad about finding out about the judges stuff late because Big Bailey and Leisha Ray went first, but Big Bailey was technically, I guess, a part of it. And it threw him off. I've seen him perform.
Yeah.
And I think he's a great vocal point for
Yeah.
poetry.
Definitely.
He
Yeah.
Shout out
definitely
to
is.
Big Bailey, because I mean I've seen him a couple times. It's nice to hear him project. That's how I look at it, because he puts them words in your face.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm curious. Go ahead.
But I mean, it's just again, we go back to practice with the main point. But like when I met Kemonie wasn't no performer.
Yeah.
Oh
But I
God.
ain't gonna lie though, I saw a video. The dude was a mime, so that's a performer.
Okay.
Yeah, I used to dance and shit like that. Like I ain't gonna lie,
Chris Brown in the house.
So look.
choreography
So,
type shit.
At one point, I was like, man, hey, we got to get this performance stuff together. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to perform. You got to look right performing your songs.
Yeah.
You know, it got to just look believable on stage.
Yeah.
So then I done found the video of this dude performing. I'm like, where this energy at, man? You know, he been a mind going. You know all that stuff.
He ain't
and
have
I
to
don't
tell
see none
everybody
of
that
that
shit,
energy
though.
in the studio, like that, like. So I was like, bruh, I need that type of energy
Bring
right
it.
there.
Yeah.
Like I need you in it. Like you just did it for the Lord right there. I just need you to do this like for yourself too.
Yeah.
Give me that same energy. So we just practiced a lot, man. And he'll tell you, I always stayed on him like, you practicing? Make sure you practice in the mirror. Make sure you practice here. Make sure you do this. You want to come over practice?
Yeah.
We would practice for hours.
On
You know what I'm
God,
saying?
and it
What's that
became
like?
it became routine. I'm gonna tell you, it's
more-
tiring at first because you gotta.
I will, man.
It's like all right, like this. We all done been in high school. Everybody done tried out for the basketball team. Majority of us, you know what they do. You run the suicides. The suicides get your body right for the conditioning. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's all it is. Like when it comes to music, it's just conditioning. You gotta do breathing training. You gotta do vocal training. Then you gotta work on singing from the bottom of your diaphragm. All that.
Oh,
you know
you
what
really
I'm
got
saying?
to do this whole.
You really got to
So
do
you
the whole
You
thing.
telling me if I don't smoke 10,000 more packs, I'm just not gonna sound like Louis Armstrong unless I get to work on some of this shit.
Correct,
Hey.
sir.
You right.
Real?
Correct, sir.
You gotta leave that shit alone, man.
I'm in love. I'm gonna sound like him one day. I
But
feel
nah,
like.
like,
Nah, I'm just playing. Go ahead.
But now we
Yeah.
practiced a lot though, man.
Yeah,
and,
that's good. Though. That's
we
good.
I
did.
pushed him, you know, and he'll tell you if anybody tell you that's around me. If you're around me, I'm gonna push you. 'Cause
Yeah.
If I see your
Hard.
potential, I'm gonna push you.
Good.
I always tell people I'm gonna push you down the hill, cause
Hey.
potential where it sit at the top of the hill, right?
yeah.
I'm gonna push you.
You gotta
And
work
might
till you can't.
you might move away from around me because I push too hard, but I see something special in you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm your father.
That
No, I'm
Darth
just
Vader,
kidding.
this
I'm just-
motherfucker.
but nah, yeah, man. I feel like everybody should do that, man. You know, you just gotta push yourself, man. Just get out there, push yourself, and
If you ain't got self-drive, you ain't
now
got
what
no
you were
ride.
saying earlier about like kind of being in a place. But what I'll say to that is presence. Everybody presence is needed.
Yeah.
Everybody presence is needed. Your presence is needed. You might not know it, but when you there, your presence is recognized and is needed. And
Yeah.
that's for me and him, everybody.
Yeah.
So
Sure.
guess what? Something probably wouldn't have happened if your presence wasn't there.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm still.
know?
I'm grateful for every opportunity to get to entertain in the way I want to entertain. Having the freedom I get to be myself.
Yeah, yeah.
It is. It's gratefulness.
Yeah.
I mean, not to say like.
But that's what I like about you.
Yeah.
And I see that you want to go, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I wanna be
You don't
something.
want to just be, you want to go up. So
But the more I learn, the more I just see more
That's it.
ideas.
Yeah.
The more I feel like that. At first, I think these paintings were like, I didn't start painting until I was like 29, 30. So these are only like 5 years old.
Wow.
But I still drew all my life. I
Yeah, yeah.
always like, I was in high school. I had a full ride to a scholarship to art college in Chicago. I won in middle school a Hot Wheels competition, and I was awarded like, I think I had like 200 and something Hot Wheels, like the whatever collection it was that year or something.
Yeah.
For my kid range of drawing. So like I've always been, but it's like, I don't know. It's one thing because it's always just been. I ain't never been somebody, never. But I've always been involved where it feels like I'm somebody. Does that make sense? Like I know I got a place to play somewhere along this line and path I keep walking.
yeah.
Because it's different. Like, you already got established. You hitting the road. You know, I'm still in a local sense of building a brand and building a community.
Yeah, nah, you just being too modest.
I mean,
You know, that's a
I've
fruit of the
touched some
spirit though, but
cities.
you
Oh, for
you
sure.
just being too
Humility.
modest because, you know, what you got going on right now
It's blessings.
is a blessing.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody
exactly.
can't do this though.
Right.
But that's the thing. I look
Facts.
at it from being modest because
Yeah,
I am the white guy that makes his money by working, and it
Yeah.
pays off. You know
Yeah,
what I
yeah.
mean? And hard work pays because I do.
Always.
I got a GED, and you can still do what you want to do.
Yeah, yeah.
It don't matter. I didn't mean to joke and jive and hurt nobody's feelings watching, but it's a good example. Like we both are chasing
Yeah.
crafts we enjoy.
Yeah.
We still at a point in life that it just sucks. He spent 70,000, but hell, I'm broke as a joke from buying a car, so we in the same boat.
It's about how important it is to
What's
you,
the priority?
and
Yeah.
what you gonna sacrifice to get to it. Even if you don't go the degree route, what are you still gonna sacrifice to get to the point that you want to be at? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I don't know how to do all the setups he knows, and how to DJ, and how to function, and like do all this transit. All I know how to do is figure out my equipment and set that sucker up and press record.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
it.
I thought about what you just said too. It just hit me when he just said sacrifice, right? Earlier when you asked me like the struggles of it.
Yeah.
That's the major thing about it. You gon' sacrifice something.
Oh, all the time. Yeah.
You gon' sacrifice something. And especially when it comes to the music, you gon' sacrifice heavy. Like, you got to be prepared for that, though, and you got to be willing to do it. Because you going to gain something out of it if you keep pushing. And if you do it right.
Yeah.
That's the whole that's the whole thing about it, though. You got to push and do it right, though.
Well, I will say this. I do believe so far in my reach out, I do think that you do have to find a balance between your personal life and what you're committing to.
For sure.
Because there is cases where I hear and yada yada, but your personal life is going to dictate a lot of what you get to do. So if your personal life ain't good, it's going to control what output you're going to be putting out. And if you're going out there rushing for this, you committed, but your mind ain't right, that can always play a role, and be cautious, not just for you, it's speaking directly to you guys, but we just talking about it here. And I think that's a good point, And I do want to kind of wrap it up, so I don't hold y'all up. We got an hour and a half. It's probably a good, well over an hour. If we want to do it again, we definitely probably can. I think like this.
Yeah.
There's always going to be too much that ain't said. When I leave, the better. And
Always.
I feel like
definitely.
the more I get into
For
this,
sure.
I feel like I've got so much now, and I'm too prepared, and I'm not going to answer what questions answered I want, but it's still, I feel like we have some good talking points. Survival.
Yeah, for sure.
Branding.
Yeah.
Consistency in performing. Make sure that you have a connection to your art. I feel like it's important
That's it.
too.
Yeah.
Authenticity. Is that the right? Say it right.
Authenticity.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm about to put it too many.
You can say originality,
I'm
all
about to
that
put a
good
name.
stuff.
I think.
Yeah.
Same.
But yeah, just be you, and that's what I love about an artist. One thing I did like, I'm just speak on it the other night real quick.
Oh, absolutely. Y'all want to touch on the other
Artists
before we
that
wrap? Yeah, go
artists that be they self, man. Like for sure, our feature artist, man. I appreciate her coming out, Leisha Ray. And she just one of those artists that look she just her own lane.
She
from
left
what I see right now.
Pink feathers on
Yeah,
stage.
she left feathers on the stage.
Yeah. This
Who
ain't no
else doing that?
brothel.
I thought that shit was kind of cool, low key, though.
But,
Yeah, well,
but,
it's just smooth.
but even all the other artists, man, they all brought their own flavor, different energy. So it was just, man, I enjoyed it to death, and I just thank everybody who came out, especially you, man. I appreciate you.
Yeah, we're gonna do it again too.
helping
We're
me
gonna
out
do it
with
again.
that.
What you think
Yeah.
about it when you was there? We're gonna do it again. What you think about it when you was there? Your experience.
Oh
from
yeah,
your
it
end.
definitely was like. Oh yeah, it definitely was like, definitely cool. Like I actually got definitely cool. Like I actually got to scenes, talk to some artists behind. I got new collabs on the way. I got new collabs on the way. And it opened my mind up to a different. It opened my mind up to a different perspective. Like everybody's different perspectives. A lot of great artists, and there's a lot of great artists. If it's like this locally. If it's like this locally, what you think it'll be like playing for bigger? You know what I'm saying? So it opened up my mind to a lot of ideas. Open up my mind to a lot of ideas. You know what I'm saying? A lot of.
That was my purpose of doing it. Because
That was my
even
purpose
today
of
before
doing
this,
it.
even today
Podcast,
before this, I had a session podcast with two of the artists. I had a from the session show with two of the They linked artists
up
from
together
the show
and
said,
Yeah.
you know what, they we're linked gonna up get together together and said, you know what,
Yeah,
we're
one
gonna
of them
get
hit me
together
up to
and
want
do
to be on the
something.
podcast. Yeah, one of them hit me up to want to be on the podcast.
Okay, yeah.
And see
sure.
now,
Okay.
I make it clear.
And see,
this
now,
is not Adam.
I make it
22,
clear,
no
this
jumper.
is not
I'm
Adam
not trying to
22,
dive into
no
the
jumper.
conversation.
I'm not trying to
The
dive
rappers
into the
about
conversation.
the song,
The rappers
meanings, every
about
lyric,
the song,
If I feel
the
a
meaning,
heartfelt
every
fucking
lyric,
song that
if I
touches
feel a
me,
heartfelt
like I
fucking
have
song
with
that
New Life
touches
do
me,
this, like
and
I
with
have
Brody
with New
Hammonds,
Life do this,
a couple guys
and
I've
with Brody
met, I will
Hammonds,
talk to
and a
you
couple
about
guys
your
I've met. I
lyrics.
will talk
But
to
it ain't
you
gonna be
about
over your whole
lyrics.
rap sheet
But it
and
ain't gonna
catalog.
be over
I
your
wanna
whole
get to know
rap
you
sheet and
and get
catalog.
fans to get to
I
know
want
you.
to get to know you, to have the fans to present to your fans,
you to have something
other
to
than
present
just
your
your
music
fans,
catalog.
other
I
than
want
just
them
your
to
music
experience, and I
catalog.
appreciate y'all.
I want
Both
both
you
you guys
guys
coming
coming
and
and allowing
appreciate
me.
y'all,
All
all
the
the
artists
artists
coming
too,
on allowing me.
and
All the
we
artists
are
too.
doing it again.
June
We are doing it
20th.
again.
We are doing it. I will
June
be the host
20th.
again. Correct.
We are doing it. I will be the
fire for
host
that.
again. Correct.
And
We are going to be popping off
off another
and
round.
we are
9
going to be
o'clock
popping
is
off
sign
another
up.
round.
10 o'clock
9
is when
o'clock
shows will
is
start.
sign up.
10
I'm gonna do
o'clock
my
is when
best
shows
to have
will
some
start.
a better
I'm going to do my
preparation,
best to have
more
some entertainment
preparation
in between that time.
more entertainment.
So please
in between
bear
that
with
time.
us.
We're
So
setting up
please
and
bear
be
with
ready
us.
to
We're
sign
setting
up
up and
if you
be
can
ready
be
to
on time.
sign
Please
up
be
if
on
you
time.
can be on time.
We
Please
manage
be on
fairly
time.
well.
I
We
applaud
manage
both of
fairly
us.
well.
I applaud both of us.
I applaud
Adam,
you.
Adam K. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Adam K.
Doing the good camel work.
Every time
Doing the good camel work.
every time because I feel like that's the narrative people start to take on me.
Yes, I am charging rappers.
Yes, I am charging rappers.
So
that is not my format. That is not my format.
You want to promote your album in the sense of lyrics, it's going to be charged. In the sense of lyrics, it's going to be charged.
Without the conversation.
I'm not doing it. I'm not trying to be mean or disgruntled. I'm not trying to be mean or disgruntled about it.
What
That's
my
respect.
platform and what I feel like I
my
can
platform
present
and
for
what
your
I feel
fans.
like I can present
If that's
for
not
your
what you
fans.
want, we can.
If that's
talk
not what
about
you
something
want,
different with
we
money.
can,
talk about something
And
different
speaking
with
of
money.
which,
again, I'm gonna go through
and
these real
speaking
quick,
of
and I
which,
want you guys to
again, I'm
follow
gonna go
us
through these real quick, and I want you guys to follow us.
Again, we got Light the Stage, Jamming
Again,
Moment.
we got Light the
That's
Stage,
519
Jamming
on Broad
Moment.
Street.
That's
June
519 on
20th.
Broad Street.
Sign-ups at 9.
June
Show
20th
starts at
12.
Sign-ups at
And
9.
you can sign
Show
up
starts
early.
at 12.
And you can sign up QR early code
Yes.
on the web, QR code, Instagram, and on the flyers and stuff.
Instagram,
And on the flyers and stuff. It's
prices
$5 to get in.
It's
$5 to get in.
perform
one song for free. If you want to do a second song for free. If you want to do a second song, it's $10.
Smash House in the building doing the DJing. Smash House in the building doing the DJing.
For sure.
Kimani gonna be there. Adam,
For
you gonna be
sure.
there. Kimani
Hell
gonna
yeah,
be
we'll
there.
make you look
Adam,
good.
you gonna be out.
Hell yeah, we'll make you look
Come check
good.
us out, man. It's gonna be a fun time. We had a lot of fun, man. It's gonna be a fun time. We had a lot of fun.
This does not.
Please
I
don't
hope
come
this
in,
does
artists.
not
Please don't
bashing
come
one
in,
another.
artists.
This ain't
and
what this is
bashing
for.
one another. This ain't what this is for.
If you
Yeah.
got criticism, give it.
Yeah.
If you got criticism, give it.
You are artists.
You can
in this
still
field.
learn
Learn
how
how
to
to
talk
talk
to
to
each
each
other
other
in this field.
and learn how to
Figure out
talk to
ways
each
to
other
benefit
and
from the
figure out
criticism you
ways to
get.
benefit
I
from the
don't.
criticism.
I don't want to be a part of no bullshit.
I don't want to be a part
If you
of
guys
no
are working,
bullshit.
I'm all for this
But
shit.
if you guys are working, I'm all for this shit.
I don't want to hear
You know what I'm
somebody
saying?
coming in
I ain't-
bashing.
I don't want to hear somebody coming in bashing.
I ain't trying to
just
come
don't
from a
wanna do it.
bashing place when I was
I ain't trying to come from a bashing place when I was speaking from
But
that.
as well, you got certified CEO clothing. As well, you got certified CEO clothing. Let me knock them out. Them guys got the forest green bag. The ginger butter crossover bag. You got travel bags, book bags. You got travel bags. Go get the new style shirts. You see them right here behind me. The new style shirts. You see them right here behind me. The green and the purple. I think the green and the purple. I think stay with me. You got Just Joust Comedy Calamity every Monday night. Calamity every Monday night. That show starts off and kicks off at 8. That show starts off and kicks off at 8. They usually ain't on white people time. It's usually about white people time. It's usually about 8. You can always kind of show up a little late. So but there's always kind of show up a little late. But there's always a good intermission. It's a comedy show. Formatted show, comedy show, like a sort of a format to it, and like a sort of a format to it. There's also a website to check out what premise. There's also a website to check out what premise to perform for. People are trying to perform for. Every Friday night at Miami Vibes. Every Friday night at Miami Vibes. Comedy show brought to you. Comedy show brought to you. Clothing by Certified CEO Clothing in the building every week. If you want merchandise, every week if you want merchandise, and it is hosted by EJ Rogers and it is hosted by EJ Rogers. Check them out. There's Augusta. Y'all check them out. You also got comedy shows every month. You also got comedy shows every month on Broad Street. Y'all check them out on Broad Street. Y'all check them out. Jake Staley on the way. Jake Staley on the way. Desi Ray. This is bad. I'm a comedian. Gigi was just there. Gigi was just there. Oscar P performed there. Oscar P performed there. So it's been a great come up for bringing comedy to the casino. And we also have live laughs every second. We also have live laughs every second Saturday each month. This month, Icons, June 14th. This month, next weekend, June 14th. Peanut out of Savannah, and you got Monte Rogers out of Charlotte, North Carolina. Monte Rogers at a Charlotte, North Carolina. Hosted another hilarious show. Hosted another by comedian Cedric. Come check us out. Don't miss us a beat. You guys, I have had a pleasure talking with you both. I have had a pleasure talking rapping with you. I feel like I hit a stride with you. I feel like I hit a stride.
Please cut mine out.
Please, he talking about cut his eye. He talking about cut his eye.
He was over here talking about coming on people. He was over here talking about coming on people.
What 607 on set? What 607 on set?
Cut that part. Did you guys have a good time?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Did you guys have a good time?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
I definitely appreciate you guys. We'll definitely try to link up and do this again. We'll definitely try to link up and do this again. If you haven't tuned in, if you haven't tuned in, if you haven't next time, peace. Thank you. Till next time, peace.